Update: AITA for taking my daughter out of dance class because of her mother ruining it for her? Hey everyone. Didn't expect that this post needed an update, but sadly things have been pretty bad these past 2 months since making that post. Here's the link. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/walkme1/AITA for taking my daughter out of dance because UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOS SMF. A quick recap is that my wife got into conflict with instructors and parents at our daughter's studio, causing her to be alienated, and in return I unenrolled my unhappy daughter from classes. I felt a bit conflicted if I did the right thing, but after reading your responses I felt content I made the right choice. I even showed her comments, but she refused to look at my phone for long. I thought after getting mad my wife would be able to get over this and see my side, but unfortunately things became very bad. She told me a week after she was going to enroll our daughter back in gymnastics like she had initially wanted, and my daughter overheard this, saying she didn't want to and started crying. My wife completely ignored this and went on talking to me, saying she's sick of me enabling quitting and that our daughter needs a better role model. I was sick to watch her ignore our crying daughter and told her that we already tried gymnastics and our daughter didn't like it, and she said it will be different this time and that her word is final. We kept arguing about this and she went on to enroll our daughter into gymnastics again and started taking her while I was at work. I was furious that she couldn't respect my wishes, but she said I wasn't respecting her. I told my wife that she has control issues and is trying to live through our daughter, and this made her extremely upset. I recommended therapy like a lot of commenters said to, and this set her off. She started accusing me of infidelity, saying that the mother at my daughter's old studio, who specifically asked that I bring my daughter and not my wife, is the reason I'm starting issues for no reason with her, and that she found it weird that she specially asked for me and not her, and that means something more. I said that's because all the moms hate her and didn't want her around, and she cursed at me horribly, saying disgusting things I can't type, but I'm shocked I married someone so vile. She wasn't always like this. She was a kind, caring woman before this whole gymnastics, ballet fiasco started and her tiger mom side came out. I know it's crazy and I wish I could say different, but I'm seeing this heading towards divorce. We haven't slept in the same bed for 3 weeks and she won't talk to me about anything other than the house, our daughter, and the dog. I'm embarrassed to tell anyone this because I find it so bizarre and weird that so much conflict has stemmed from something as innocent as sports. So yeah, /NTA, but I am not worried about the divorce. I am worried about your daughter while she is in her mother's custodial time. Get a lawyer and get statements from the instructor, and all the dance moms get your daughter to a therapist so you get sole custody of your daughter. Your wife will destroy your daughter, her self-esteem, alienation from other children, body image issues. The list goes on. Best of luck. You married my ex-wife's sister. My ex lived through my daughter. She had to be the best dancer, the best cheerleader, etc. She alienated other parents with her hyper-competitiveness. It ended with eating disorders, depression, and her losing custody of our daughter completely. I have no solution for you, but I wish I had divorced her long before I did. I told myself I was staying to ensure my daughter had an intact home, but it was a huge mistake. I'm sorry to hear this. Sometimes I think there should be such a thing as competitive therapy, because then people like your wife would be more likely to go get legal advice. Now, if you can see you're heading to a divorce, your wife probably can too. You can be damn sure she has lawyered up, and if you try to go without a lawyer you are going to get your ass handed to you. Document everything with timestamps. Keep a record and don't let yourself get screwed into letting your daughter fall into her stupidity. She's cheating, dude. That's why the infidelity comments came out of nowhere. Hire a pie to confirm and start talking to a divorce attorney immediately. She already is, and you don't want to be beat to the punch. It's very sad, but it happens to a lot of competitive female gymnasts. It's years of conditioning and that you're trying to reason with. There's a couple of things you can try. See a psychologist yourself, and maybe they can give you some advice on how to approach your wife on this issue. Another thing you can try is taking a video of your daughter upset and playing it back to your wife. I have to warn you though, this has to be done delicately because people can freak out. Taking a video sounds like a weird to do, but it's another viewpoint that makes sense to some people. I really hope it works out for your family. Jesus H. Christ, this is toxic. Definitely get a good lawyer and push for full custody, or at least primary custody, of your daughter. Your mom is being hyper-competitive and trying to push her daughter in a way she does not want to go. NTA. If she isn't willing to work on it, then you've got all the answers you need. Mate, sorry to hear about all the issues. I know some people have suggested she is having an affair, but the sudden change in behavior could also be due to an undisclosed mental issue or even a physical issue, such as a brain tumor. Does she show signs of having an affair? Like unexplained absences, hiding her phone from you, phone calls she doesn't want you to hear, etc.? In any event, your first priority should be protecting your daughter, and that will probably mean getting her away from her mother, as sad as that is. I wish you the best in a terrible situation. I feel that you are correct. Divorce is definitely coming, and you need to make sure that you get custody of your daughter. And she needs to be on limited visitation. She is abusing your daughter. And I can say with 100% certainty that once your daughter is old enough, she will not want her mother in her life. It's so sad that she can't see how much she is hurting her daughter. But it seems she really only cares about herself, and one day her daughter will be writing on her about her JUSTNOMOM. Sounds horrible. I'm so sorry. She doesn't seem to be able to understand how large of an issue it is, and that she's the cause of it. Suggest going to counseling as a couple. There's a significant risk that she'll make up imaginary reasons for why the therapist is wrong or incompetent. But at least then you'll know that even professional help wouldn't work, and that you did what you could. It'll make your what if doubt stop faster after the divorce. Talk to all the parents at her studio and get statements of her abusive nature towards them. Also start your daughter in therapy. This will go a long way with you in a court setting. She's been abused by her mother, and she's going to need it no matter what. Most importantly, don't badmouth her mother to her. Take the high road and tell her how much you love her every day. You, sir, have never been the asshole in this situation, and good for you for standing up for your daughter. Your wife is ignoring your daughter's mental well-being, all because she wants to relive her glory days. I bet she intentionally started fights at the studio in hopes of your daughter getting kicked out, so she could put her back in gymnastics. This may sound extreme, but the fact that she refuses to listen has me very concerned for your daughter's mental well-being as she gets older, so I think you should try for full or primary custody. Document everything she has done and said. Reach out to the parents and dance school and see if they will be willing to write or give statements about her behavior. I don't care now about cheating or not. The woman has issues, clearly. It is not about sports. She does not care about her daughter at all. She just wants to do what she wants. That woman is abusing her daughter and this will only get worse. I suggest for you to take full custody. The other mothers can help with your case. Record your wife. Divorce and go for full custody, I repeat. Or your girl will have an awful childhood. I am not exaggerating. She managed in a few years to make her hate team activities. She made all parents hate her. She compares and insults teachers and other kids. I am sure she was like, my daughter is better than Helena. She should be in the center. I have seen mothers doing that. She will crush every effort of your daughter to make friends and alienate her in order to control her. Time to get your ducks in a row and hire a divorce attorney. You need to fight for primary custody of your daughter, as she will be living in hell if your wife gets primary. God, I can't even imagine how many gymnastics and dance lessons she'll be forced to attend. Poor kid just wants to be treated the same as everyone else and make some friends. First time my ex accused me of infidelity was coincidentally weeks after she'd begun her first affair. Don't take that insulting accusation lightly. Start digging and make sure you're protecting yourself financially. And also with respect to your parental rights. Document everything. Just make sure your daughter doesn't have to go to gymnastics if she doesn't want to. Exclamation mark. NTA. You're describing my mother whilst growing up. I wasn't allowed to do what I was interested in. I had to do what she always wanted to do. Ballet. I hated it for the years I was forced to take it. 6 decades later. She's still the same. Well, not really the same. Much worse. Please do something to protect your daughter from your wife. I'm now almost 30 years old. And I'm still in therapy trying to deal with all the trauma from my mom, who was constantly trying to live vicariously through me as a child. She used to say she was born in the wrong generation because she couldn't do certain things. Growing up, says she convinced me I wanted to do all of them. She steamrolled over my dad for years until they divorced, and it was finally my stepmom who encouraged me to build boundaries and live my own life. Your wife sounds like she might have some trauma she needs to work through. Do not move out of the house when you file for divorce. File for divorce and full custody until she gets counseling. Also ask for child support.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.